hopefully this is it. I'm actually trying to figure out what I'm doing. What I am doing is I'm trying to, it's kind of hard to look up at the camera and then look to where your thoughts are able to be put in front of you so that you can deal with better than looking at the camera. So I hope everybody understands that. First thing I want to say is my name is Sandy Stewart, and I had all these thoughts that I wanted to put on this because things that matter to me. I don't know, I might have to record this 50 times. Could happen. But one thing I do want to say is I'm kind of surprised that everybody's focusing on Kim Kardashian's divorce or Justin Bieber getting someone pregnant. And then people commenting on the university and the child molestation when people need to really be aware that child molestation is huge. I believe that this country, the reason it's having so many problems is because for all the kids that spoke up or didn't speak up, turning to be adults. Look at our prisons. I know firsthand for at least 31 years, I've watched several times in courtrooms where the prosecutor is supposed to help the children when they confuse the children. When the person that actually harmed this child, their attorney badgers the child prior to even the jurors coming in and hearing what happened. The child advocates tell our children that everything's going to be okay, but sit there when they're being badgered by either one. They're allowed to lie to the child and tell the child false things. Sure, some of the things are true, whether a parent has been doing drugs, prostituting, no matter what that parent does, has nothing to do with someone that it's huge, someone that they probably love and trusted is touch them, harm them. When they're told everything's going to be okay, it's not okay. From the time they disclose, and I guarantee you, I'm speaking firsthand knowledge, from the time they disclose, whether it's to their parent, to a friend, or to a counselor, when they tell their counselor, the counselor is obligated to call the police, call CPS, and then tell the parent. That child is thrown into such a turmoil from the time they tell to the time they either get justice or they don't get justice because the perpetrator is protected. Whether it's protected by the wife or our system, the child doesn't get closure. The child lives with that. The child lives with the guilt. I guarantee you, the child is living with guilt. For the ones that disclose that got justice, the ones that disclose that never get justice, because that person is let loose from being protected from our system. These are facts. I wish people would really, really, really stop and focus on child abuse. No one cares if Kim is divorcing her husband. That's her business. Who cares? No one cares if Justin Bieber got a girl pregnant. That's their business. Yeah, it's tabloids. I understand that. But if this society would focus more on our children being hurt and why our prisons are so full and how the process of prosecuting someone really works, to sit in a courtroom after a child doesn't get justice and is terrified and hurt and feels guilty because they ever even told, to sit in a courtroom after and to hear the prosecutor and the defendant's lawyer and the child advocate, to see the two lawyers sit there with the 12 jurors that never heard anything and laugh and joke, is very devastating. I thank God the child didn't get to see it because the adults do, and it will be something that damages the adult for the rest of their life because they had an obligation to make everything okay for that kid, for their child or whoever it is, and they're not going to get justice. They're only going to go on with their life being told everything's going to be okay, only to have things they weren't okay. And people wonder why kids don't disclose, because they already feel bad enough, and then when they're dragged into the courtroom and being treated horribly by everyone, even people that are supposed to protect them, if the prosecutor decides that they want to work a deal with that perpetrator, they will, even if the parents don't agree. And then afterwards, everybody feels betrayed. Everybody feels hurt. I guarantee you, if you're leaving your child with anyone, and it doesn't matter if it's a stepfather, an uncle, an aunt, a mother, anyone. I'm not saying it's happening. What I'm saying is when our child are abused, it's not stranger danger. It is stranger danger, and they usually pay. But it's the people that these children absolutely love and trust. They don't want any problems. They don't want to hurt anybody, so they endure the pain. From this day forward, I pledge to make sure that I can make a difference. And anybody that cares enough to watch this video, stop. Look around you. Please look around you. Be aware of what's going on. If we can make a difference in these child's life and make the prosecutor and the child advocates and the schools and anyone that gets this disclosure from this child that's already in so much pain, we need to change it. We need to make sure that they're aware that when you do disclose, yes, the police are called. Yes, it's going to be a hard road. But once the road starts and the prosecutor confuses that child and the advocate is not allowed to speak up because of the judge or anyone else that's in that courtroom, that's a sad day, people. That's a really sad day for everybody involved, but mainly our children. Again, I urge everybody to look at our prisons. Look at the children that disclosed. Look at the children that didn't disclose, because guess what? There are adults now. These children are now in our grasp to make a difference. Please, if you can make a difference, and especially Ashton Kutcher, Demi, I understand you're advocates against, the trafficking and all of this. You guys, if you're getting a divorce, I'm sorry. That's really your business. But make a difference right here, right now. Stand up, everybody out there. Kim, everybody. Stand up. Make a difference for our children, because guess what? They grow up. And they can grow up being great people, or they can grow up being in prison and have all these problems and still lost to our society. My name is Sandy Stewart, and I'm going to make a difference.